Now, yesterday when I was evaluating answers, I gave this terminology to one of the students who had come. The terminology is eudaimonia. Eudaimonia. Now, this is a terminology that is used by your virtue ethicist. All of you are following me? Virtue ethicist. Now, for them, the purpose of life, the goal of life is to realize this eudaimonia. When you look at your art and culture or your ancient and medieval history, you have studied about something called as Buddhism. Do you remember? Now in Buddhism, what is the goal of Buddhism? You know the answer, enlightenment. Very good. What is it called as? Nirvana. So when I ask you, what is nirvana? Will you be able to tell me? Don't say it is enlightenment. What is nirvana? Please define it, if possible. The extinction of the flame of desire. My dear friends, anytime you pick up the book as of now, you should be that kind of individuals who will be able to arrive at an answer even without looking at the options. All of you are following me? So please keep that in mind. So tomorrow if anyone asks you, let us say you go to interview and they ask you a question, what is nirvana? Nirvana is nothing but extinction of the flame of desire. We have taught you this. Am I right or am I wrong? Likewise, in Buddhism, this is the goal. When you ask virtue ethicists, people who believe in virtue ethics, like Aristotle, what is the goal or the purpose of life? They will say it is eudaimonia. Eudaimonia means meaningful happiness. Understanding my point? Meaningful happiness. Now, what is this meaningful happiness as such? How is it different from happiness? When we talk about happiness, some people might get happiness by having the food that they want, by wearing the clothes that they want. That is fine, that is good. But here when I mean meaningful happiness, it comes because of your thoughts, words and actions which are ethical in nature, which are moral in nature. Understanding my point? Let us say you have the ability to help someone. They did not ask you, but nevertheless you help them. Now when they thank you, when they showcase that gratitude, don't you feel that eudaimonia? Don't you feel that meaningful happiness? This is what they mean. And I'm pretty sure everyone will have their own story with respect to eudaimonia. Understanding my point? Now a long time ago, I used to visit a temple. It was your Shirdi Sai Baba temple. So whenever you visit any temple, in front of the temple, you have a lot many people. Do you remember? Yes. Now they will be selling these products. It might be flowers or it might be any other incense, things like that. Now if you have been to a Sai Baba temple, one of the offerings which is given to Sai Baba is your biscuit. Do you remember? Now this was a long time ago when I visited. Yeah, even I used to offer. But I never really understood offering biscuits to a god and the same biscuit is given to you as a prasada. Understand my point? There were certain kids who were there. There was one old lady who was there. Whenever I used to go, if I bought biscuits, I used to just give those packets to them rather than giving it to God. Understand my point? And this became sort of like a routine practice. And almost every other Thursday, that old lady, few kids, they were waiting. Understand my point? We kind of developed a rapport as well. All of you are following me. And at that point in time, she said, in Kannada it was, whatever you do in life, I just want you to be happy. I never asked her for any blessings. I never did it because I needed anything in life from her. But when the moment she said it, I felt eudaimonia, meaningful happiness. All of you are following me. I am pretty sure all of you who are sitting here, you have your own version of eudaimonic happiness. All of you are following me. Meaningful happiness. Many people these days, yesterday I showed you a video, not a video, a screenshot of Dalai Lama's speech. Do you remember? We are chasing big houses, but with smaller hearts. We have so much of technology, but the words are not empathetic enough. All of you are following my point? These things might give you that pleasure in that short term, but it will never give you that meaningful happiness. All of you are following me? Now, if I want to achieve this eudaimonia, I cannot achieve this eudaimonia until and unless in my life, be it in my public or even in my private life, I showcase some sort of ethics. Understanding my point? Now, we have discussed couple of days ago that we want happiness. Now, some of you are chasing happiness through jobs. Some of you are chasing happiness by taking care of your parents and so many other things. But at the end of the day, all of you want what? Happiness. Now, in that happiness, if you are chasing meaningful happiness, that sustains for a very longer period of time. When you look at your Ratan Tata, can I say he was someone who might have felt that eudaimonic happiness? That's the thing. It's a very rare thing. And when you feel it, it really makes your stay on this planet very worthwhile. Understanding my point? I wish we had a subject called as ethics in our school or probably in our PU as well. And this was taught in a way which was important. And you might say, sir, we did have a subject in our school. What did we call that as? Moral science. But this moral science, this was a period which was used by your mathematics and science teacher. Am I right? Most of the teachers who came to teach moral science, they themselves were not interested in it. Am I right? This is the story with all schools. If not all, at least most of the schools. I remember in my life, there was a teacher called as Xavier. Understand my point? Now, it was this teacher who used to borrow the time period of another teacher to teach us moral science. Understand my point? He used to request mathematics, your science teachers, biology teachers for more time so that he could teach us moral science. When he taught us moral science, he really believed in it. Understand my point? I have absolutely no idea where Xavier Sir is. But nevertheless, whatever little things that he did, the dedication that he showcased, I'm pretty sure even if the students did not understand it at that point in time, even if his colleagues did not understand it at that point in time, he felt happy, he felt eudaimonic. And when I am starting to teach this subject, I understand Xavier Sir a lot more better. All of you are following me? A lot more better. If I want eudaimonic happiness, yesterday we were discussing, do you remember? Poverty is decreasing. GDP numbers are increasing. Per capita income is increasing. But when you look at happiness in our country, it is still not as much as it should be. Am I right or am I wrong? Yes. Because we are such kind of people who are not chasing meaningful happiness. Just short-term pleasures. And for me to have this eudaimonic happiness, I need to follow a certain level of ethics in my life. Right? I as a Umesh, I will have to be ethical in my private life. Private life meaning what? Let us say with family. Understanding my point? Let us say with family. Let us say with friends. So ethics in private relationships, do you think it is formal in nature or do you think it is informal in nature? It is informal. You don't have any established rules and regulations as such. But nevertheless, you have to follow certain ethical rules and regulations. All of you are following me? You don't have any established rules and regulation, but nevertheless, there should be some minimum ethics that all of us should follow. All of you are following me? Next, I have to be ethical. I as Umesh will not be achieving that eudaimonic happiness if I'm only ethical in my private life. I have to be ethical even in my public life. Understand my point? Now when I say public life, when I'm interacting with you, All of you are following me. Let us say I'm a public servant, a civil servant, and someone comes to me for help when I'm interacting with them. Understand my point? Let us say you're the CM of a particular state and there has been stampede. When you're interacting with the common people, when you're interacting with the media, when you're interacting with the police in that particular state, you are supposed to showcase some basic ethics. Now, when I talk about ethics in public relation, is it something which is informal in nature or is it something which is formal in nature? Formal in nature. Understand my point? Why is it that I am a little bit strict when it comes to certain aspects of you being in the class, you working? Because if you cannot follow that bare minimum ethical standards here, there is absolutely no probability whatsoever that you will do the same thing elsewhere. Understand my point? Schools are testing grounds, classrooms are testing grounds. Destiny of a nation is what? Is shaped in classrooms. Now you might think, sir, we are not young kids. You might not be young kids. I get it. But you're still younger than me. Understand my point? And I have at least minimum of 10 years of experience more than you. Sometimes it can be 15 as well, I guess. Be that as it may. All of you are following me? I've taught you what is power. Can you tell me what is power? The ability to influence someone else's life. Whether you realize it or not, your teachers have that power. Do you have the same power in your own hands? You also have it. You have the ability to influence your power, your life. Exert that power carefully in a responsible way. Why has this topic been introduced by your UPSC in its ethics paper? The answer is very simple. We want citizens, we want civil servants who can be ethical not just in their public life but in private life. When they're ethical both in public and private life, the probability of them achieving that eudaimonic happiness, will it be high or will it be low? It will be high. And when you're happy, you will push yourself more than what is required to achieve what you want. Understand my point? Let us say you're someone who knows how to achieve eudaimonic happiness. You don't need awards for you to do good work. You will do it just for the sake of it. Am I making my point clear? So tomorrow if they ask you why UPSC has introduced eudaimonic happiness, your answer should be, sir, I cannot be, ethics in public and private relation. Why they have asked you? Your answer should be, sir, if I'm not ethical, right, in my public life but ethical in private. If I'm ethical in private but not in public, I cannot achieve this eudaimonic happiness. When I cannot achieve my eudaimonic happiness, I will not be able to realize my full potential. We want civil servants who are happy. Understand my point? And we cannot create such civil servants until and unless we teach them how to be ethical, not just in public life but also in private life.